monster matchup, do you think?
Well, with nothing resting on this, Peter, I'm hoping that there'll be more impetus for the players to just enjoy the game with the pressure off, try out a few different things, and we get something open and free-flowing.
So off we go then. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, when it comes to youth and potential, Peter, it's hard to look past Pedri, who is probably going to have a very busy game here. I think he's got everything that you need to play in a midfield role, and he's so cute and clever with any aspect of the game in that department, which is usually the busiest part of any field. He will always find a way of standing out because of his beautiful, beautiful passing.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. He has found the way through. Fernandez laid into space. Tries to get it clear. And it's James. Ball driven towards the far post. And that's been well dealt with. Moved on forwards. He's having a shot! Any deeper thoughts about that goal?
I love the technique in that finish. There was a concentration to keep it down.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Balde. Pedri, gently done. Barcelona have got it back, and they'll have another go. That's a nicely shaped ball. Kubasi. Pedri. Balde. Has a look and plays it forward. And that is as far as they're going to go. James. Caicedo. Chalobah. Garnacho. Cucurella, it's a sharp pass. Balde. Pedri. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's João Pedro. James. Pedro Neto. Dani Olmo. He's got to be in here. Dani Olmo. Chance for a shot! And he's heaved it away. That's really well cleared. Balde have it back and can go again. Rafinha opts to play it back. And here's Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
We're talking about creating a problem for yourself. Okay, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Palmer. Barcelona just doing what they're good at. Possession-based football. It's lovely. And he's not played the ball, that's a foul. And it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. It's Balde. And here's Rafinha. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Fernandez. Caicedo. Out to the left it goes. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Played into space. Cucurella. Hit into the middle. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Colwill. Fernandez, aim forwards. Clearly not happy with that. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Now, this is interesting. He has already had his name taken once. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Well, he's asking for trouble, Peter, and with this urge to nibble away, I think the ref is spelling it out for him now.
That pass has been well intercepted. Koundé. Balde. Can he spark a counter here? Koundé gets over and intercepts. Kubasi. Barcelona can't make any sort of inroad despite all this possession. It's a mighty looking ball, that. Rafinha. He is just caressing the ball. Balde proves just a little bit too strong. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. De Jong. Yamal. De Jong. Yamal in acres of space out wide. Climbs up big! Deftly away. Colwill. Caicedo. Fernandez. Nacho. Great defending, strong and determined. Kubasi. Araujo. That's really well manoeuvred. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Played out wide. Referee's given a throw. Pedro Neto. Fernandez. James. And it's played forward. That has been cut short. Koundé. Balde. Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Now it's João Pedro. And it's Palmer. Cucurella. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Hatred without sophistication. It's gone out for a throw-in. Garnacho. Nice physical challenge. Fernandez has created one goal already. And that has been cleared. Throw it. That's a throw. Balde. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. De Jong. De Jong shifted upfield. Colwell gets it away. Caicedo. That's been drilled forward. Rafinha. Balde forwards and with intent. Pedro Neto. Fernandez. Chalobah aim forwards. Araujo cuts it out. James makes the interception. Chalobah. Cucurella. Garnacho. Now it's João Pedro. De Jong did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Yamal. He's in a great position. Caicedo. That's really well manoeuvred. Palmer. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto shifted upfield. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Kubasi. Araujo gently done. He's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Caicedo. Moved on forwards. On time, excellent interception. Koundé. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Cucurella. João Pedro. Araujo does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Lewandowski. And it's played forward. Cucurella. Chalobah. Caicedo. Garnacho. Now, what's he got in mind? Up towards the front line. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. De Jong. Pedri. Araujo aim forwards. The pass has gone astray. Cucurella. Cucurella, gently done. Garnacho. Fernandez. Caicedo. Cucurella. That's very neat. Palmer. Moved on forwards. Balde. Rafinha. And he cuts out the supply.
João Pedro really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Who's he going to play in? Pedro Neto. And it's James. Very nicely done. Real chance! A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Leading 1-0 at the break. If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Pedri. Palmer gets a foot in here. João Pedro. And now the breakaway. And it's been played through. Now it's Pedro Neto. He's found a way through. Garnacho. Garnacho! De Jong. Kubasu. Araujo. Araujo forwards and with intent. That's a lovely neat pass. Chalobah attempts a clearance. And it's Olmo. Caicedo wins the duel this time. Garnacho. Garnacho. That's been slipped through.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
João Pedro. Palmer. Tries a shot! Just sails past the upright.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
De Jong. Pedri. Araujo. Quality ball. Oh, can he get onto this? Cucurella. Colwell. James. De Jong. Yamal. Muscular approach does pay off here. Garnacho. And here's the chance to counter. Cucurella. Garnacho. De Jong. Time and again they are repelled. And it's Palmer. Out to the right. Fernandez. Garnacho. That has been knocked clear. He's got space in the area. Yamal. Barcelona could counter here. Lewandowski. And here's Lewandowski. Fernandez. Pedro Neto. That's really well manoeuvred. Yamal. Oh, lovely feet, he is such a good mover. Garnacho. Chalobah shifted upfield. João Pedro. And it's played forward.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And it's Lewandowski. That has found him in acres of space. Pedri. Rafinha. Cross from Rafinha. Chalobah attempts clearance.
Barcelona really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Now it's Lewandowski, and they can counter here. They get a throw in. Dani Olmo. Proves too strong. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That's really well manoeuvred. Dani Olmo producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. James. And it's Fernandez. Now it's João Pedro. Succumbs to the pressure.
João Pedro really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Chalobah gets across to intercept that. Balde. He's shifting through the gears here. Cleared away. Yamal. That is lovely. Crossed it again. It's a mighty effort! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Moved on forwards. Garnacho. Cucurella. Fernandez. Cedric, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Palmer. Fernandez. And it's Palmer. Palmer. And a chance! Two take on. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
And play for a throw. James, that's a delicate pass.
I think the word from the touchline, Peter, is that defence needs to focus on runners and balls over the top.
Yeah, it's a clear change in approach, isn't it?
Yeah, and if they drop off, there has to be a strong level of industry from other departments in front.
Valde. Pedri. De Jong. Koundé. Yamal. And it's hoisted clear. Do have a chance to counter here. Cucurella. Colwell goes forward. And it's Palmer. Garnacho. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. Now it's João Pedro, and he shoots! And for a moment, time stood still. And the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Kubasi, aim forwards. Balde. Yamal. Palmer. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto, gently done. Araujo gets it clear. Pedro Neto. Palmer. This is good, that's a foul. He's gone direct. Oh, it's come loose. Fernandez, forwards and with intent. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Plenty waiting in the middle. Garnacho. Oh, great chase, had a shot! Pedri. Rafinha. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Chalobah cuts out the pass. Garnacho. Cucurella. Cucurella, gently done.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Garnacho. Oh, great defending, that needed doing. And it's Cucurella. Palmer given the lift of his goal. Caicedo. Palmer.
João Pedro really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Araujo. Rafinha. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. And that has been cleared. And that's put paid to a promising move. Colwill. Palmer under intense pressure.
Yeah, it very much looks like this defence has learned from its errors now.
Nicely intercepted. Araujo. Decent progress down the left. And here's Lewandowski. He's in here! Yamal. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Pedro Neto. And here's Palmer. Oh, they could be caught out here. Garnacho. Garnacho! Yamal. Koundé. Yamal. Pedri. Aim forwards. Stop from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Fernandez. Chalobah. Colwill. Caicedo. Cucurella. Garnacho. Cucurella driven forward.
João Pedro really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
De Jong moved on forwards. And it's De Jong. And here's Rafinha. Oh, nice touch. Pedri. Oh, sweet feet. Pedro Neto. And the referee brings it to a close. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration. A really satisfying day's work.